Premium Investing Group. It is Jess here. This video is going to be on how to navigate through TradingView. So I have created a video on this. However, TradingView has updated some settings, as well as I have picked up a couple more tips along the way. So I'm going to be sharing them all with you now. So I'm going to share my screen here. And these tips can help even members who have been using TradingView for a while. Some of these tips I have just discovered. So I created a new account so I knew what you would see if you are brand new to joining TradingView. So you can use the free version. You do not have to upgrade. They will try to trick you into upgrading sometimes, but as of now, the free version works just fine. One big tip is once you have signed in and created your account, always make sure that you're signing in when you're using TradingView. Once you adjust your settings, it is going to save everything we're doing tonight as long as you're signed in. And then every single time you sign in, those settings will be the same way that you have left them, right down to even adding indicators on your chart. Once you create your account and you look up a stock or a company, the first thing you're going to see is candles across your screen. These candles represent a certain time frame, and within that time frame, how the stock traded price-wise. TradingView default sets any time frame where the price has gone down to a red candle, and any time frame the price has gone up to a green candle. So that's what you're seeing here. If you're watching this video and following along, if you want to type in Apple, AAPL, and bring that stock up, and for time frame, you can choose 1 hour. For certain stocks and certain time frames, you can't adjust these settings. So for simplicity, if you want to choose Apple and 1 hour, then you will be able to adjust all of these settings on your personal TradingView chart. So we are going to go over to settings. It's going to be the upper right hand portion of your screen, this little gear icon. You're going to click on that. You can adjust the color of your candles if you would like. The next thing you can adjust is under data modification. If you look under session, it's going to default to regular trading hours. If you choose extended trading hours, if you watched our swing trading sessions and you decide to incorporate this into your strategy, that seeing the extended hours and how it's traded may help. Keep in mind the free version is pretty real-time data. I think it's within 5 seconds. You can upgrade to even faster real-time data. However, switching it to the extended hours is going to show you how that stock traded outside of regular trading hours from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. So it's going to show you how that stock has reacted. And again, with swing trading, that can help within strategy. So if you're brand new, you're probably not going to even use this setting, but it's nice to change it just to see how it's trading outside of hours if you would need that. The next thing you're going to change is your time zone. So you're going to click on time zone, drop down arrow, choose your time zone, just click on it, and that's it. It's going to switch it to your own time zone. The next thing you can do is go under scales, and the date is defaulted. I personally think it's very hard to read. It's not how I normally read or write a date. So they have it set up as Monday, 29 September 97. Totally really hard to read in my opinion. So I personally like Monday, month, so it's the day written out, and then month, day, year. So 9/29/97. And that is what I prefer. Once you have adjusted your settings how you like them, you're going to go to template, drop down arrow, save as, and you can save it as whatever you want. You can choose a date, you could choose your initials, whatever you prefer. I'll just do, I've been testing this out, so I have to use the extra W there. So we're going to save and then press OK, and that's it. That is your settings. The next thing we're going to go to is tools. So you are going to use a couple tools on your chart. When you first open TradingView and you set up your account, they automatically add the volume indicator on your chart. So here is one of my favorite tips. You're going to go to this little icon here. I call it the sandwich icon. It looks like a little sandwich. It's actually called the object tree and data window. You're going to click on that. It's going to bring up this sidebar here. And this sidebar is going to show you everything on your chart, allow you to delete anything you'd like. And if once you'll see this, what I'm talking about, but when you're adding all these indicators, sometimes you don't know what you're clicking on. So if you want to delete or adjust settings, are you clicking on the candles or the cloud or the Fibonacci? So what this sidebar does is I'll click on the candles, for instance, see how it highlights the candles in Apple. If I click on volume, it clicks on volume. I personally don't use volume, so if you want to take that out, all you're going to do is click the X and it's going to remove that indicator for you. Next, we'll go to tools. So you can create your own customized toolbar with tools that you prefer. I'll show you what tools I use. When you favorite these tools, it's going to create this little customized toolbar for you, and then you don't have to always go into this toolbar section. So I like to favorite the trend line, the horizontal line. Then we're going to go to the third one down and click fib retracement. And then the fourth one down and click price range. These are ones that I use all the time. So then in order to use those tools, you don't have to go over to the left and find them within the toolbar section. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring up our Ichimoku and our Fibonacci, and we're going to adjust the settings for them. And that's when you're going to see how this sidebar panel is going to really help us, because it's going to tell us when we're clicking on what. So we're going to see here how to add our Ichimoku cloud. And I forgot to tell you what I did. I went to indicators here, top left screen, click on indicators, type in Ichimoku, and then you can star it if you want it to come up all the time when you click on your indicators. So in order to have Ichimoku to come up, you have to click and then it'll put it on your screen. Now this will be on your screen every time you sign in, unless you exit out or delete it. And then like say you want to take it out for some reason and you want to add it back in, since it started, it's right there and you just click on it again. So let's first adjust these settings for Ichimoku Cloud. So you're going to go to, and I was playing around with this, so I'm going to show you what I did. But we're going to make sure we're clicking on the cloud. These lines and the cloud are considered the Ichimoku cloud. So try the line first. That worked. We're going to right click, settings. Now it's going to automatically go to inputs. You're going to go over to style. It normally is set up with the conversion, baseline, and lagging line. I personally don't use the lagging line, so I uncheck it to take it out. If you use the lagging line, you can absolutely keep that in. And then you can also adjust the thickness and the color of the lines. The baseline has to be thicker because that's the thicker line, and the turn line is the thinner line. So you can adjust the color and the thickness in here. This is the thickness and these are the colors. So ideally, if you want to make your baseline pretty thick so you can see it, you don't have to make it that thick, maybe there. It's up to you. And then your turn line or your conversion line, you want to make a different color. So whatever color you prefer. I find it doesn't really matter. I just like my baseline thick, so I know. Then how to read the Ichimoku cloud is in the power course, so we won't go over that tonight, but you need to know where the turn line crosses the baseline. And you can pick your thickness. You're going to make your turn or conversion line thinner. Once you've chose your settings, you're going to go to default, drop down arrow, save as default, and press OK. And it will always save until you're signed out or you change your settings. Next, we're going to look at Fibonacci and how to place it on your screen and then how to adjust the settings. So we have the Fibonacci in our customized toolbar. We're going to click on it. When we want to place it, we're going to click, drag, and then click again, and now it's on the screen. To adjust settings, we want to make sure we're clicking on it, and it is highlighted there. Normally clicking on the dotted line will allow you to click on Fib. Then you're going to go to settings. So this is how it is defaulted. You only need the levels up to 1. Anything past 1 you do not need. And you can change all of these colors to the same color if you would like. I find it's easier to see if you change it all to the same color. So let's just quickly do that. We're going to change it to green. Now this is going to be the color of your line. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to move this over. So that's the color of your line, and you can adjust the background using this background scroll here, depending on what you prefer. I like it a little lighter so that I can easily see the candles and the lines, and you can pick any colors you want. Once you've adjusted your Fibonacci, again, template, drop-down arrow, save as, and you can name it whatever you like. And click save. And okay, don't forget to click okay. And that is it. Here is the last tip, a huge tip. If your screen is ever too zoomed in or too zoomed out, or you can't find something on your screen, a really common solution is clicking auto. Where you're going to find auto is this little, it looks like a little setting icon here, a little gear. You're going to click on that lower right screen here. And it's currently on auto. So let me take it off auto and tell you what you can do when it's not on auto. If you've attended our step-by-step sessions, you've probably seen us duplicate a fib and put it on top of another fib. And in order to get out of that, because what auto does is it corrects that screen to fit in like the automated screen where you're seeing everything you need to see. So if you want to go past that, then you're going to take it off auto, click and drag. Now watch what it does when I put it on auto. Resets the screen. So it's going to reset the screen. Now, if you want to go past that resetted screen, you have to take it off auto in order to go up and put the duplicate fib on top and then see those levels. So that is all the TradingView tips that I have to share with you guys. If you have any questions at all, please drop them in the comments below and we can answer all of your questions. And of course, as always, happy investing. Bye, everyone.